some important communications coming up. Let's see. Let's start at the Knight. Now, the Knight of Wands, this can be a fire sign. This is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This does feel like a person more than a situation. And this does feel like, feels like either a family member or a friend that's kind of gotten on the wrong foot that you are currently helping get more balance to center. It does feel like this person has been making very hasty decisions and you're kind of on the cleanup crew of that. So this may be a child that needs help with their rent or something like that. But this does feel like somebody that's a little misguided, that makes very hasty decisions. So you're part of, it feels like the cleanup crew, and that they are learning their lessons, but they're learning them in kind of a harsh manner. So you may need to step back from that, let them fall on their face a little bit so they don't keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. But it does feel like it's either a child or someone you're mentoring, but somebody that makes very harsh and rash decisions and kind of has to backslide a little. And it does feel like you are in the cleanup crew for the backsliding. Again, this is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And Knights usually are someone under the age of 30, or if they're over the age of 30, it's someone that's maybe a little less mature than their linear years. Okay, that is what's happening currently. And what crosses you is it does look like there has been huge shifts in your life, Cancer, just huge shifts. Some to your liking and others not of your choosing at all. But it does look like a project, a relationship, a situation, something of this nature. It's time for you to walk away. It's really time for you to walk away. It does look like you have invested a lot of money, time, and energy into this person, place, or thing, but it does feel like you need to walk away into the unknown, that it is not getting any better. It will not get any better, but it does feel like you're really angry about the situation, and that's what it took for you to leave either the situation, the relationship, the job. But you have recently had to, or make a decision to walk away or do something different. The moon is lighting up for me, and that's our intrinsic side. That's our dark side. That's our side where we do all our explorations in our heart and in our mind. So it does look like you have been taking the time to really think about a lot of things that would be better for you. It does feel like in the past you have made choices to better your family, your kids, your friends, but this time you have to put yourself first, which is kind of an uncomfortable position for you, Cancer. I know you're a bit of an out of control healer, but it's really time to make that decision to walk away. It is not getting any better, and it is depleting you of your emotional resources, and it feels like your finances as well. So the Queen of Pentacles is the top here, and she's a regal character. She is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and this feels like that it's someone that's in the heart space, and this is someone who can create material goods. If this isn't a person for you, the Queen of Pentacles kind of stands for creating material goods, getting more into balance, kind of getting back to nature, simplifying things. Earth signs are very diligent. They can take their time at things and really kind of look at things with an open heart. So it is feeling actually more like a situation. It's time for you to be patient with yourself as well as others. It does feel like prioritizing money or finding a different way to make money than the way that you have in the past. So things may be shifting. You may be retiring. You may be taken out of the workforce for a while because of an illness. This orange is lighting up for me that you're healing your body in some way. So that may have been the sudden change too. If you are battling an illness or became ill or had something that you had to be taken out of work for. But it does look like making your money a little differently. So prioritizing, but be patient with yourself as much as you are with others, sweet Cancer. The 2 is over here. This is also can be financial balance. You have a lot of discs, so it does look like money is a focus. I think money was a focus for you last month as well, but it does feel like things are getting more and more into balance as you prioritize necessities versus needs, and reel in a little bit on that kind of frivolous spending or spontaneous spending. So it does look like you are heeding a little bit more caution with your finances. Also, this healing color is here. There's lots of orange, so it doesn't surprise me if you are healing a physical ailment as well right now, Cancer. But you are coming into balance. It is coming into balance. It is taken a little bit of hard work and kind of, it feels like sudden. Things happen suddenly over the last couple of months to deplete your finances. You could have lost a job, your car could have quit, those unexpected finances kind of were all in your space, it looks like, the last couple of months. And now you're coming back to center a little bit, finding your balance a little bit with money, prioritize needs versus wants. And you're starting to go in the uphill, going uphill instead of down financially. Here, the 3 is here. This is also one of finding balance, making changes, connecting with the spirit of your heart. The 3 of Pentacles is kind of looking at mind, body, and spirit. It's not just the physical world. It's kind of integrating mind, body, and spirit. So it does feel like you're taking some of the lessons from the last couple of months, integrating them into your life now, alleviating some of the stresses, and really prioritizing what's important in your life and what isn't. It does look like you clean up a lot of people's stuff, and now that you've made yourself equally important, things are coming much more into balance. It does feel like you have a calmness in your heart and in your head, and it does feel like you may have put a bad habit down over the last couple of months. That can either be an addiction, or biting your nails. But it does look like you put a bad habit down. It may have something to do with money as well. Maybe you like to go to thrift stores and overspend, but it does look like some behavior around money has stopped, and that has really helped you get into focus. So that is the 3. The Devil is in the front. This is just kind of a test. This is only a test type of thing. It's, if you have, say, embrace sobriety, it may be somebody offering you a drink. It's kind of a test to see if you really have grown. If you have grown past the habitual behaviors that we have, you may be a codependent, and maybe you stopped being a codependent a couple of months ago. Well, some situation may rear its ugly head at you to see if you really have learned how not to be a codependent, how to say, no, that doesn't work for me. I have faith in you. So it does feel like a little bit of a test on a physical level. So it may be a situation that you have changed. It could be a relationship you let go that wants to come back, that doesn't work for you. So it is some sort of test. It is in the future position. So most likely it will be happening fairly soon in August. Realize it's just a test, and it is up to you to see if you pass it or go back to the behavior that doesn't serve your growth. The Fool is at the basis here, so it does look like you've made a huge shift in your awareness, a huge shift in how you process things and how you live your life. The Fool is the beginning of the journey. It is the very first card. It is the 0. It is when you, and it's not like starting from square one. It's like getting the chance to do things differently is what it is. So it is a clean slate. It also can mean take a leap of faith into the unknown. Don't be afraid to try something new, but it does feel like new things are coming to you. So don't be afraid to, and accept an invitation that you might normally not accept. So take a chance to try something new. That's basically what the Fool is. It also can mean don't make foolish decisions, and don't repeat history. It can be there to remind you that, the past is in the past, especially when trying to get back together with people from the past. There was a reason that you broke up. Is that reason still there? So take a look at all that. And the Fool kind of facilitates that. So the next one is the 10 of Pentacles. And it does feel like that you're making some changes to your house. This feels like home. This is when things start to get in order in home. The last child might have left for college, so there's a change in the dynamics in your home. But it does feel like you're able to allocate finances to projects now, that things are coming more into balance with your finances. You may even be a contractor and getting more jobs, but it does feel like there is some work to be done on the house that you live in, and it can be as simple as cleaning out a closet or painting your house or moving from one home to another. But there is some movement and some cleaning up and organizing, I'm feeling, in your home, and in it feels like the dynamic of your home life or your family has changed a bit. So, things can be released after things change. So this is the 8. This is a great card. This usually shows up after an aha moment. And it's quite obvious that you had quite a number of aha moments and have changed the way that you live your life a little bit and how you perceive others. But these are great ideas coming down from the heavens. So once we release a lot of superfluous energy, situations, people, when we release all that, we fill it in with new stuff. And this looks like all the great ideas coming down from the heavens. It does feel like you're getting a little overloaded. So just pick one thing and finish it to completion before you start another. But it does look like your schedule will be picking up from the middle of August, it feels like, I'm feeling through November, that your attention, your skills will be in much demand. So you may be pulled in many directions, but prioritize, once again, Cancer, prioritize, and just take things one thing at a time. It's all right to let people know that you're not available when they need you, but you are available at this time. So turn down that people pleaser part of you if you get too many demands, and put them in order. Don't try to do them all at once. Okay, Cancer, this is another 10. So you are completing a cycle, it looks like, a very big cycle. This feels like a cycle of betrayal. This could be a lover, this could be a friend, this could be gossip, but it feels like something that you've been trying to clean up, and it does look like for years. It doesn't look like that it's just something that just started, but it's kind of feeling like a relationship that you go back and forth from. You have your good days, you have your bad days, you have your days you're together and on one page, and days that you broke up. But this feels like the ending of that cycle. So you have either reached an agreement to release each other, but it does look like it came from a large bit of betrayal and pain inflicted on you. So take that pain and move the energy. Move the energy. You have a 10 here, you have a 10 here, you have a 10 here. It's time. It's time to poop or get off the pot. Spirit has told you in no uncertain terms that it's time to release either this toxic relationship, friendship, marriage. It is time to release it and walk into the unknown. It can be very scary. You have a couple of walking into the unknown cards here. So I know it's raising some fear for you, Cancer, but it's time to make you the most important in your life right now. But this looks like it was a toxic relationship of some kind. Could have been a love relationship. It also could have been a friend, work relationship, something like that. But it looks like you kept going back time and time again, and that is done. That is done. That looks like a very painful situation. I'm really sorry, Cancer, but it did facilitate change. So, and here is the other validation. So it's time to lighten your load, and you are looking at things completely different as of recently while this big shift is happening. So you've had to prioritize, figure out your money. Just everything in life has changed for you, and it does look like you are looking at things completely different than you did even a couple of months ago. So with that newfound knowledge, it is time to release and let go some of the things that aren't working for you. You can carry them on your back like that, but how unpleasant. How unpleasant does that look? So it is really time to release. And this last bit of betrayal was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing, because your load has been very heavy. And it does feel like with this relationship, friendship, love relationship, marriage, you have been carrying the larger part of the emotional load. So now it's time to release some of those responsibilities that weren't even yours in the beginning. So it does look like you're very fearful about making those changes, but do a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. It'll feel more comfortable. This is a 5. This is a 5 of Wands. This is kind of a tumultuous card. 5s are a little staticky. And wands are usually actions, so there may be some kind of harsh actions going around that kind of that brought you to this betrayal feeling. But this also can stand for too much attention from externally. It can be flirting if you're married, kind of thing. Unwanted attention. It also can mean just static and a big misunderstanding. So the best thing, Cancer, is to do what Cancers do best. Pull yourself out of it and float a little bit. Is it your battle? Is it one that you need to clean up? Is it really your child's battle, or your husband's battle, or your parents' battle? Whatever it is, it really feels like it needs some assessment, and this is not yours to fight. These people in this tumultuous type of situation, it is theirs, not yours. So don't jump into the middle of it if it is not yours. So that is your general reading, Cancer, for the month of August. If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate all the comments that you guys send. So if you feel like sharing a comment, that's great too. Let me throw a couple of these cards, okay, for clarity. And ask for your needs to be met. So it's time for you to ask for what you need. You're always there for everyone else, and it's okay to ask for a little help. When you got the Queen of Pentacles just waiting to help you right there. So don't be afraid to ask. These are... what are these? Angels of Abundance Oracle cards. These are brand new to me. So I'm going to read the description for both of us. God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped. And it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking others to assist you as well. So even if you're not on the God train, asking for help is not a bad thing, whether it's to the angels, to the God of your heart, or to your next door neighbor. It's time to ask for what you need, Cancer. Employment change. Well, that kind of validates that you've had a lot of shift in employment and a new way of making money. Your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way.